And I said, first of all, I thought I was born in America. I can do whatever I want to, all right? I'm freer than a sample outside a Chinese restaurant in the mall food court, all right, brother?
This is an after-school program podcast.
What key are we in, G?
Is this how you got started?
Yeah.
What did you think this was, dog?
He usually makes
Turn
the
your
guys
mic
wait
on?
in the parking lot.
No. Okay, so here's the problem. All I hear is I'm an avid listener, right? And so all I hear is the music of all, and then I'll see Shama clapping, and then someone says something random. It's like, what were they talking about before?
You don't want to know.
Hold on, we're getting a buzz. I need to fix that crap.
It might be the 5-wire, I would think.
I don't hear anything.
I do.
I
You
do?
can't deny it. And
I don't hear anything.
So much in post-production.
Oh, it went away.
Told you.
Yeah, it's gone.
It was never there.
PD, electrician denier.
No, it's still there, dog.
I don't hear it now.
What do you guys
Oh,
say?
maybe it's
Maybe PD's
Maybe it's
right.
your headphones.
Yeah, maybe it's headphones.
maybe it is my headphones, dog. Hey, Church Stories podcast. You know what it is. You clicked on it.
We're paranoid about electricity over here.
You know, the devil's attacking this podcast. That's a reference to just a phenomenal PD joke. Do you want to tell the joke, or do you want to burn the joke on the pod
I
right
don't
now?
even remember.
Yeah, be funny real quick.
Yeah, be fun right now.
What do you
Tell that joke.
What joke?
You don't know the
What's
joke?
People blame Satan. People give Satan too much credit. That's the setup.
Oh,
That's the setup.
Yeah. No, I'm not.
Do it like Jerry
You
Seinfeld.
can go scroll through my Instagram if you
Yeah,
want to
go
hear
find
that.
it. How you doing?
It's like when a witch.
Went away.
Hey guys, when does this episode come out? Okay, if
Next
this
week.
episode has came out, I have been vindicated better than ever concerning Black Mist. And if you are on the Patreon, watch the most recent episode about the Bible Man Watch Along. Because can I go and say it? The villain breathes out green mist. And when I tell you I did a lap around our setup, I was rejoicing. That was
It's worth the $10.
That was
just to watch that.
my end game was was being vindicated after my bit bombed in front of y'all.
It didn't bomb.
Okay,
This is
so
weird.
actually, I want to say something.
Yeah.
After you guys introduced me, I want to tell you guys a story. After I heard Shama say stuff about which is coming out, I want to tell you guys a story of where he gets that.
Wait,
from.
so you would have also said something like that?
I mean, nothing like that, but yeah, something like
Hold the mic up closer to your mouth.
I'm sorry.
You're good.
I feel like I'm yelling or something.
Well, we can turn you down, but we'll figure it out. Hey guys, the guy you just heard talking is my brother in Christ.
No.
And also my real brother.
His brother in Christ and his brother in mom.
Yeah, you already know. Hey, my mom was on the show. Now you're talking to the man. Me and him were both in my mom at one point.
Pick it up.
PD
96
every time.
SC.
Every time.
I'm
Why
not-
does your
that's a
phone always
telemarketer, I'm
ring
not.
while we're on the podcast?
I'm sorry, I'm popular.
All right, my brother Elifadhili
Elifadhili.
And that's
but on
another,
this
that's another thing.
on this continent,
Everybody
he goes by
calls
Phil.
Shama. Everybody goes by Shama, but it's actually Ellie Shama.
Ellie Shama.
Ellie Shama, yeah.
But
I had to
it doesn't-
rebrand.
It doesn't have the same ring to it that Elifadhili does.
Exactly, that is true. So I'm kind of glad that he got his own icon moment.
Well, so
There it is.
Phil, my first roommate when he's been my roommate through life, and then when I moved to college, Phil was my roommate. Phil's the first person to tell me to buy a camera and taught me how to upload to YouTube. But before that, he also taught me you taught me how to burn a CD.
That too, and also I taught you how to edit.
You did
Even
teach
though
me how to edit.
he has surpassed me, and I've learned to
All
live
right,
with
cut
it.
the record. That's it. That's all we did.
Hold on, I think you owe him like 5% of every royalties.
That's what I was about to say. Like the whole internet icon thing was me.
Yeah, it was all
I was
you.
the one who was like, do it. And then now he erased like all his videos on YouTube, like all his earlier stuff, like all
Right,
this stuff.
I never got to see it. Yeah.
Well, that's the thing. You need to.
Yeah.
Like I you need to get him to like show you all of his stuff.
The
earlier.
classics.
Because even though it's not like it's bad, it's so, like no.
Oh, it is bad. I was there.
This is an extended insult.
It wasn't completely bad though. Like it shows you Shama's growth.
Yeah, you got to start somewhere.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Well, that's the part of growing up is you. Well, as a creator, you just hate baby version of you.
No, like have you? Here's the other thing. Look me up on YouTube, right?
Okay, yeah.
And then watch like our African videos. That was us first editing. Like he was the director.
Oh, did we tell about this?
I've never seen. No,
Okay,
I haven't.
so Phil and I, when we were, let's pull it up. Hey, actually, send the link to PD so he can connect to the Bluetooth and play it, and then we'll throw it on the screen later. So Phil and I think PD's already connected.
No, I'm not.
Oh, okay, real quick. So Phil and I started off. When we were in Tanzania, this is so fun. I don't think I've ever mentioned this on the show. Phil and I got really into Tanzanian rap, Swahili. What do they call it? They called it gospel flavor.
And the reason why is because what? Okay. The reason why is because you're freaking me out, Chase. The reason why is because when we got to Africa in 2003, right?
Is that it?
Well, that's one of the videos.
Oh, did you send it to? Are you connected?
I'm about
PDB?
Wait, do you have my number, Phil?
You want to see it online? Let's see. Do I have PD's number? No, I don't have PD's number. PD, can you put your number in right there?
Yeah.
Anyways, so
is he connected? Are you connected, PD? Okay.
So in 2003, when we went back to Africa as missionaries.
Okay, let me walk people through. So Phil and I, our family, we have a younger sister as well. We were born in Tanzania. Phil was born in 1990. I was born in 1992. Our dad moved to the States in 1992. Okay, when I was just a wee little lad, when I was a baby, my dad moved to the States to study. He came to Bible college. Okay, and he never knew that he was going to be able to bring Phil, me, and my mom to the States. But a church was able to bring us here, so we moved to the States with him, and then we moved back to Tanzania to be missionaries in 2003. And so when we moved there, we were very American here. We went to a Christian school here, and we did all the American things, and we didn't know how to speak Swahili. So when we moved back, Phil, me, and our younger sister, Lydia, we took it upon ourselves to fast track becoming Tanzanian. And so we started listening to Swahili rap music and Swahili music and talking to people and learning jokes and watching the movies.
And the reason of that is because my dad was adamant of like, if you wanted to learn a language, just listen to music.
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
And then like learn from that.
Yeah.
And so we started listening to a lot of Swahili rap music, Christian rap music, and they called it gospel flavor. That was like the segment on Christian radio. And so
that's because the secular one was bongo flavor. So.
Bongo flavor, which they call it Dar es Salaam, they call it bongo.
What does bongo mean?
Bongo just means like it's just
like an area.
Just like a hood.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. No, it's not hood. It's not. What is bongo? Lipo bongo.
Oh, it's just, you know how they say
that's like G Vegas. That's like calling Greenville.
G Vegas.
So it's
yeah,
Okay,
I got you.
It's essentially just like a nickname. So they call it Dar es Salaam or bongo.
That's where that oversized suit pic came from.
Oh, what is this?
Is that you?
No, that's not me.
That's not you?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's not me.
I swear I've seen you wear that outfit before.
Oh, no. I mean, I just wore it because it was cool. That was the early 2000s. You remember those. But anyways, we started listening to Swahili Christian rap, and we listened to this guy. His name was Against Devil. That was his rap name.
That's
Against
pretty
Devil.
hardcore
Send
name.
him an Against Devil song.
I sent two.
Oh,
one,
okay. Pull up the other one.
Okay.
So we Against Devil, and this dude just made a bunch of like Christian rap music that we were like, this is too good, and then our associate pastor's daughter, Furaha, she was like, hey, I know him. I'm gonna invite him to church.
Oh, snap!
And we were like, no, that's nuts. And he showed up like, and it was so underwhelming because he like rode the bus. And he like showed up, he just like walked in, and we were all thinking like, I was thinking he was gonna roll up in like a limo.
Yeah, right. But
with
you
like
have to understand
security.
where gospel music was. Like it was an hour segment on the radio, on the Christian radio.
Right. So
and it was
And Against Devil
yeah.
like was like top and bottom of the hour. Like, he
Yeah,
was killing
right.
it.
Oh man!
And-
so it
and-
seemed like a huge.
Yeah, and also the other thing was like like people were still preaching against rap music, like of the devil and stuff. It was not completely accepted, and so we kind of made it accepted. Like our videos,
We would like play it. We would like play it at church all the time.
You guys are rap missionaries.
And so, anyways, against oh boy, hey, we're back with welcome back to Rap Missionary Podcast.
Oh Lord Jesus!
Support our trip to Peru. We're gonna
Missionaries.
we're playing
in Africa.
Tupac all up and down Peru, y'all.
Lord Jesus.
And so we started producing these. Against Devil was like, yo, y'all should make music videos for me. And that was like that was our introduction to music, to videos in general. It's like, y'all should make music videos. And we were like, we've got our dad's camera, like we just don't know how. And he was like, y'all should just learn. And and like,
nice.
I mean, it was kind of, and also, let me mind you, Phil's like, how old were you then? You were probably like 16.
No, I was 13.
13, and I was 11. But we met him
when
okay,
we got there.
when we got there. But when we met him, I was probably like 13, and you were like 15.
Yeah.
And so he's like, y'all should make music videos for me. And so we were like,
How old was he?
Dude, this dude was like probably like 25.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And we just thought he was super cool, and like, I mean, he
Yeah.
would come over to our house and cry. Like,
And he's against the devil.
He's against the devil, and I was like, that's all I needed to know. That's all we needed to know. His real name was Moses, but let's call him against devil for this sake. And so
AD?
AD, you already know. And so we started producing these music videos for him. Turn up your brightness real quick, and then show.
Play the second one first, and then.
Yeah, this is the second one. Yeah. Phil, you didn't produce this.
Wait, you
No,
needed to
so this
do
was after. No, just show y'all two.
Against devil. We back again.
Uh-oh.
Nakiri makosa yangu. Nisamehe Mungu.
Oh, I also did the choreography for this too.
Really? Good. That's good.
Mimi nahitaji msaada wako.
Naomba unisamehe, mimi mwanao nimekosa, nakiri makosa, naomba unisamehe.
We got a chase scene.
Oh yeah. I directed all this.
Yeah.
I directed all this.
Nakiri makosa yangu.
And so
Tena kwa uchungu.
the title of the song is "I'm Confessing My Wrongs." I'm confessing my wrongs.
Alikuwa ni shetani alifanya mpaka nikatenda.
Ah.
Alikuwa anavuta bangi wasichana.
Wakila rangi, wizi kwangu. Oh, you like that? I brought the speakers in.
Yeah.
Yep.
We don't have to watch it. We don't have to
Wait,
watch
so
that.
that's really good. How old were you?
I was probably like 16.
Yeah,
because
so
Phil,
that-
you went to college. I was
Yeah,
16
that
or
was
17.
after college. Like,
wow.
You went to college, so we brought you back to the States for college, and so
He did
against
that.
Devil's like you need to keep producing
Yeah.
videos for
That's
me.
really good, man.
Thanks, man. Thanks. I pull it up occasionally. I'm like, what? Granted, we used every effect in the library.
But you see, the thing of it is that when we were doing it back then in Africa, it was like a level above all the other
What
music
everybody
videos.
else
Dude, those music videos
Because
were
all the-
played on TV.
like East
Yeah.
African TV.
Why
Like,
have I never heard about
every
this?
single Sunday morning.
I don't know why. Maybe
No,
because
you guys
were on-
haven't had me on the freaking podcast.
You guys were on African
Language.
MTV. is
Language.
what
Yeah,
you're
pretty
saying.
much.
That's crazy.
Yeah. I mean, like we would like we'd be hanging out with Against Devil and be like, dude, I love the music videos, and he would be like, it's these kids, and we're literally kids.
It's these
we're
kids.
like 60, like we
I had
are
to drive 'em here.
Yeah,
But you have cigars for some reason.
yeah. We're like,
and-
yeah. We're also wearing scarves and the little little French hats,
And you keep
because
asking-
we're directors. We're African directors.
You kept asking for Chardonnay.
Yeah. We're wearing skinny scarves and little. We look like male Mary Kate and Ashley.
but the thing of it is like Against Devil, he trusted us with the vision.
Yeah.
Like he wasn't like a lot of people would come in and be like, I want to do this because this person's doing it. No.
Yeah.
And we'd be like,
Against-
we got an idea.
Against Devil would be like, so what are we doing for this one? We're like, listen, man, we have this hill.
And you're gonna run down it.
We just want you to run as fast as you can. We're gonna grab my dad's Tahoe, the red Tahoe.
It was a
and we're gonna-
Tacoma.
Tacoma.
Yeah.
And we're gonna drive down right behind you.
Oh man.
And then we're gonna add all this in post. And then he goes, okay, cool, let's do it. And then we did that. And then he's like, what else? Well, you see this little embankment right here? We just want you to jump off of this embankment.
He's like, cool.
All right, let's do it. But and it was so like we had so much fun
Yeah.
with just like people doing. And then we spliced it together. And then
Windows
people-
Movie Maker.
I was about to say, what edit? What?
Yeah,
what
So we had a camcorder. We'd record on a mini DV cassettes.
Yep.
And then we'd have to use a FireWire, which a FireWire you have to you hit play on the camera.
and record.
And then it captures onto
is a
the
lot of
onto
old
the
man
computer.
talk.
Oh, brother, we're
A lot of old
Hey, did we
man
mention
talk.
we're in our 30s? And so we'd edit these music.
Did you guys use
We'd
a
have to-
floppy disk at any point?
I mean, sometimes. No, dude, those things had like 5 megabytes. So that was like our introduction into video. I would say
Yeah.
that like spawned everything
really
everything you've
cool.
seen today.
Because also, I mean, that had to just like from a mental point, being like, our music videos are on TV, people really like them.
Oh,
like
yeah.
that
I don't
encourages
think-
you to keep going.
I don't think
right?
we understood because Against Devil wasn't paying us.
Of course not. It
We
was
were
just
like-
for, it was just for our fun.
Yeah,
we
yeah.
were just enjoying it. But we spent so much. But we spent so much time
The
doing
more
it.
we talk about it, Against Devil really exploited.
He was like, "Hey, you need to make me music videos for free."
You don't know how. Learn.
I mean, it was basically it. But we sat there. That's where we learned our craft. Basically,
Yeah.
like I would sit there, like
We would just
every
solve problems
second.
like every day. We'd wake up and like we'd get out of class. We'd be homeschooled from like 7 a.m. I don't know why my mom would plan this, like 7 a.m. to like noon. And so we were like, hey, after like when we eat lunch, we're done for the rest of the day.
Yep.
And so we'd eat lunch and then we'd borrow my dad's laptop, his Windows freaking Dell laptop, and then we'd edit
It was
for like
Vista. They had Vista.
4 or 5 hours.
Gotta have
together.
Vista.
Phil and I did. Yeah, you already know. Hey, you already know this podcast. You know we cutting it on Windows Vista.
Man,
Lord Jesus.
Windows XP.
But yeah, that was like our introduction to video.
And then,
so yeah,
and then we would sit there sometimes because we wanted our music videos not only to be above, but you could see the extra saturation just to see a little bit more color. But then also we would sit there and it was like his mouth is not right when he's
synced up,
Yeah.
right?
It's like 1 millisecond. It's like one. Just take it back. Like and you know with Windows, like if you moved it, you have to wait. You have to wait for it to render,
And it would
completely.
render all the way through.
I
and it
don't
would take
remember
like
that
20
part.
minutes.
Dude, because I was the one editing. No, for real. Like in the little title card, it'll be the music, the artist, the director. He's the director.
Nice.
Okay. I'm the editor.
Yeah.
Because that's like all I sat down and did was edit. And then he had to finally learn how to edit, which of course he did. He that was his first video outing without me, and it was really good.
Yeah.
It was really good. Like all the editing stuff like that, it was really good. And so that's what I did. I did all the editing, the sound, like the just different things.
That's crazy, man.
It was awesome.
you know, I don't think. I mean, I would say PD against deviled me into this podcast. You told me like we should do
We should do a podcast for
and then
free.
Hey, at least you guys
And
getting
then,
paid.
and then like we
are
finally,
now, yeah.
but then also we had to, you said we needed to do a podcast. I was like, I mean, what about? And then we kicked the idea around for like a couple of years, and then we figured it out. I guess I don't know. I don't know if anybody. I guess if somebody encourages you to do something like
Phil
that,
encouraging me to start Internet Icon.
yeah.
No, he owes everything to you. Of
course.
You told me about Internet Icon, right?
I did.
Cal, you have to say it like that.
I did. And I got no credit.
I did.
Well, this is the credit, man. I'll give you your flowers. You're probably the foundation of that.
No. Listen, this is what I want. This is what I want. I don't want flowers.
Oh boy,
It's very simple.
It's a terrorist. I got a terrorist on the show.
This is what I want. I want to be a mentor without paying $20 a month because I am not doing that.
Okay,
We
this
can hook
is
that
our
up.
first
We can hook that up.
grandfathered mentor.
We can hook that up.
Okay, we'll get you. You'll be a mentor. You're not on the. You're
I
not
can
on
get you in the
Patreon?
Discord right now.
Why don't you want to pay $10?
Because
Why
he's
do
your brother.
I have to pay $10 to talk to you?
Your dad pays $10.
Because he's my dad.
Here, let me.
What does that mean?
If Annie did anything with the Patreon, I'm not signing up. Any of my sisters never sign up for their Patreon.
Because that's they just call it the cute little podcast. Hey, I loved your cute little bonus episode y'all released.
Cute little. Hey, you know what? I really hate when people say, "Oh, yeah, it was actually really funny." Hey, leave the word "actually" out of it.
It's like I didn't expect it. I didn't know y'all had it in you. We do. We always did.
We put out this every week.
Every week. We're always at it.
A little background when we
You
mentioned
do a podcast. Can I just freaking? I'm not done. You do a podcast with your little iPhone. Audio's all wonky. You and your guest are on Zoom, not understanding each other. The sync is off. You're only getting 7 downloads an episode. You do a
Only
podcast.
7?
You do a podcast.
Which
so I can
reminds
say,
me, like,
hey, your podcast was actually bad.
We do 15.
You should actually quit.
How much do you guys do?
15 listeners a week.
Oh, for real?
No.
No, I
I was being humble, man.
We don't talk about numbers.
About 2-3 mil.
You don't talk about numbers.
No.
About 2-3
You
million.
didn't learn from what was the other podcast? Preachers. What?
I mean, okay. So we've done. Okay, I'll say we hit 6 figures last year. That's what I'll say. So
And those,
Downloads
and
or
those
listeners?
figures were dollar signs.
Yeah, you already know. You already know.
But yeah, he still drives around in a Prius.
He loves
You
that
already
Prius.
know. You already know. Chase me and PD split 33,333.3333333.
Yeah, I just bought a boat.
Is that right?
I don't even have a home.
Yeah.
Something
that
like that.
That's-
You
that's-
just listen. If you give the
That's
dollar,
big rapper mentality.
you give
I
the
got
dollar
a boat.
away,
I
then
don't
you
got
can
a
just-
home.
No, absolutely. Guys,
podcast is
we've gotten
reckless.
really chaotic
Yeah.
this episode.
So I don't even know what's
Let's bring it-
happening
let's bring it back.
anymore.
Let's bring it down.
Let's bring it back.
What do you do for work? I don't know.
So actually, right now, I work for a
He's unemployed
warehouse.
A what?
So it's a warehouse that it's subcontracted by Amazon.
Oh,
So I
okay.
do all the bulky stuff. Like so, right now, today we're filming the video. Tomorrow is actually Prime Day, right?
Yeah,
And so
yeah,
you
yeah.
can buy stuff from Prime
For way cheap.
Yeah.
Mm.
So some
it
of
was-
the stuff may, especially
Wait,
well,
Prime
this-
Day or Prime Month?
I have no idea.
Prime Day. It's like 2
Okay.
days.
Yep.
You're thinking Pride Month.
Oh.
So some of the stuff may possibly be coming from my warehouse in Rock Hill.
Okay, so you awesome. I'm gonna order something just so that you can send it to me.
Yeah, but it has to be something big because my warehouse, all we do is bulky stuff. So it's like
Okay.
100 pounds and over. So like
Was that like furniture? Or
weights, furniture, mattress rails, mattresses.
word.
Right now, I know the mattresses are going to be on sale because Amazon sent us the list early.
Yeah.
So in the future, if you guys want to know,
Oh snap! He got the inside intel.
yeah, they have to send it out early just to make sure that
You guys are ready,
we
yeah.
have it, and then second is if we have to move it around in the warehouse, to just make sure we can find it all. So I know that a bunch of mattresses and some treadmills that are like $1,000 right now, maybe like $300 off, probably maybe I don't know.
Y'all
Hey,
need-
shout out to Jeff Bezos. Are you doing
Yeah,
just a
Jeff.
one ad plug for Jeff Prime Day right now?
Listen,
Oh, I have a question.
Listen,
Working for Jeff Bezos, do they allow you to use the restroom?
they do.
Okay.
Well,
I've heard that myth.
I am a supervisor, so I get to do whatever.
Oh,
I
so
want.
you tell people that they can't.
So
go to
that was like, I can pee when I want.
Yeah,
When
absolutely.
everybody else pees, that is of no concern to me.
Absolutely.
You also feel you're married. You have a wife named LaShawn.
Yep.
And a daughter named Michelle. Michelle is she's about to turn 3.
Whoa, bro.
She just turned.
And
she
I
just
bought
turned
your
2.
kids. I bought your kids shoes, and you
Whoa!
2 days ago.
Don't
she
make it
just
sound like
turned-
they don't make it sound like they didn't have shoes. Yeah. Also, those shoes haven't arrived yet.
That's
Shoeless
Adidas'
kids.
fault. Okay, that is Adidas'
Just
fault.
make it sound like my kids running out barefoot, waiting on their Uncle Phil. Uncle Phil. My son has an Uncle Phil. How wild is that?
That's awesome.
Wait,
If my son ever gets caught in one little fight and his mom and I get scared, we're sending him to his Uncle Phil. That's what's gonna happen.
so wait, what was the issue here? What you bought his kid's shoes?
No, his kid's birthday was the 3rd.
yeah.
Yeah.
And so I bought him
right.
shoes.
Yeah,
Like,
but your
misunderstood.
daughter just turned 2. Is she turning
2 days ago.
Oh, that's why
2
you were
days ago.
upset.
2 days ago.
That's why you were upset. I understand.
Crap, my
I
bad,
understand.
man. Happy birthday to Michelle. Happy birthday.
Did you not tell his daughter happy birthday?
I'm so sorry, man. I'm sorry.
What kind of uncle? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
July?
First internet icon.
Freaking-
I'm not getting any royalties. And now
Bro,
my
I'm
daughter.
not getting any royalties either.
There's a iconic Fresh Prince episode that I hope you don't recreate. Phil in the ambulance.
Why would you bring that up? Why would you?
It's iconic. That's why I brought it up.
I've never watched this. Have you? What happens?
Really?
No.
It's really famous episode where Phil has a heart attack and then he's in the back of the ambulance with Will and they go through a drive-through.
Man, whoever pitched this episode way back when was like, so Uncle Phil
Is died.
Yeah.
he gets one little heart attack and his wife gets scared. She's
His second wife, the original Aunt Viv, got fired.
freaking A.
We're here with Uncle Phil Morema.
Well, you already know.
Anyways, but yeah, you're right. I do
Hey
have
man, does your daughter want shoes? I'll give you something.
A 2-year-old with Jordan.
She does though. She does. Right?
what?
Your daughter has Jordans, right?
Of course.
Are you like a sneakerhead?
No, I'm not.
But your
Also,
daughter
guys,
is.
Phil's wife is black and my wife is white. So our
He has to point
son
that out.
has to
There's cultural
wear the dirtiest sneakers. My son is wearing Paw Patrol shoes right now. That's until Uncle Phil's Adidas come in, and then Ezra's gonna level up. But we're not I'm wearing dirty Vans right now. You already know the deal.
Listen, I got to hook up at Adidas. I got a friend, you know, I get a 50% off. So Chase, you can join the club.
That's what's up.
PD. I know you need shoes.
This is the thing.
Phil,
Listen,
look at us.
I just want to say something.
You're pitching. You and Ethan are. You got to stop pitching us on shoes.
It's
We're
not- listen.
We're the wrong team.
Yeah, and
Listen,
you know,
it's not that I'm a shoe head or anything.
Wait,
It's just
say
I
what you-
like shoes.
I don't think I don't need
Like,
to.
hold on.
Those are nice. Those are nice shoes.
I saw these
Phil.
and I was like, you know what? They're my size. I'm
Phil,
okay.
let's let PD.
Well, you know, I started saying it and I was like, I don't think anybody heard me, but I guess if you're gonna insist, I was gonna say, white wife, your kid's gonna be wearing chacos.
No, that's true. Man. That's true.
I will say it doesn't help. It doesn't.
You be lucky they have shoes if you have a white wife.
Yeah, that's true. My wife did say, she was like, man, you know, sometimes I just want to go barefoot. And I was like, no. I was like, no. You can't be that white.
You got to draw a line at some point.
Also, my wife is white, uses more seasonings than me, just in case it's skewed. You know, we win some, lose some in this.
I met Phil at your birthday party for like 2 seconds.
Yeah.
And then
For the
I've
first time ever.
met you today, and you've already offered me 50% off Adidas.
Dude.
The Marema family has been so good to me. They're the nicest people. Shama gives me a job. He's always giving me things. He's so kind. And then now his brother
Listen.
shows up and is just as kind.
Chase, if no one tells you, you leveled up this like
Oh man,
this podcast.
Thank you so much.
You
I
have,
I
like-
think that in my head sometimes.
Also, Phil has been the silent producer of this podcast. He'll
Dude,
call
from
me
day
and be like,
one.
he'll be like, what are y'all doing? What are y'all doing?
From day
I'm
one,
like-
man.
I'm like, what do you-
I've listened to every single episode.
I was like, this podcast
and sometimes I call him.
is me and PD in his basement doing our best.
Yeah.
That was what this podcast was for a long time. And that's why we were like, we're going to take a break. We didn't take a break because we thought it was something good to do. We took a break because we hated doing the podcast.
Hey, I don't know about hated. When you do 40 weeks in a row,
You're like, yeah. Now we can
you
never
need
take
need a
breaks.
little hiatus.
Yeah.
But
Maybe
you
we
know,
take breaks
got-
off the main
We got supporters now.
Yeah.
But now it's basically now you guys just have to travel now, right? All your peoples are everywhere around the world. You guys just need to go travel.
The thing is, we'd have to justify, like, we'd have to get a certain amount of ticket sales in a city.
I mean,
to
which I
kinda-
understand that, but that's not the point.
I don't think we're
Yeah,
doing
the
that
point
good
is
of
we
numbers.
can't break. We'd have to
Yeah.
break even. Like, we can't go somewhere and make $50 total. Which, I mean, this podcast would benefit from $50. I'm not trying to say that we don't.
We need your $50.
We need it.
We need it a lot.
Yeah.
So are you guys gonna make like an apostle level? Is that what
We have apostle, we have podregation, and we have mentor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, so what's
5, 10, 20.
Yeah.
So what's the next level of?
Mormon elf.
That's a good idea, actually.
The moment you sign up, the moment you sign up, the tips of your ears grow about 2 inches.
And you get really good at
moment.
making cookies.
That's it.
That's the Keebler elves.
Okay.
Same
This
thing.
podcast has been chaotic.
This is
Yeah.
crazy.
Okay. Let's
But
take it
also,
back.
I did give you a compliment. I want to give you a
thank you
compliment
so
also.
much.
I'm nervous.
No. The Mormon November.
Mormon November, yeah.
I'm always with you, brother.
Thank you.
I love the cultured milk. It's great. Like I could drink it. I
That
don't know
was
what's
buttermilk.
Buttermilk, yeah.
That was buttermilk. It wasn't cultured milk.
Oh, it wasn't cultured.
Have you ever tried buttermilk?
But it's for the culture.
No, next time drink because me and Shama actually used to drink a lot of
Cultured milk.
Cultured milk.
yes,
not
cultured
buttermilk.
milk and
Cultured
buttermilk is different.
So maybe this year
We'll try cultured milk. The buttermilk was I messed up on that.
Yeah, that
guys.
was
I feel
Chase's
really
move.
bad about that.
No, and that's the other thing. Nobody knows. Like me and PD, like we've known each other just almost as long as you've known Shama. It's just you had a better relationship with Shama than me. Oh wow. I feel some kind of way, but it's all good.
Hey,
Could have been you, Phil.
No,
Yeah,
I'm good. I'm perfectly fine. Trust me.
I think it must have been the comedy thing, but I used to see you every week. It's
Yeah,
crazy.
Pretty much, I was your assistant youth pastor for a little bit.
Yeah,
Wait,
and
at College Park?
Yeah.
yeah, you were there
Oh,
with
are we
me.
name dropping now?
College Park.
Freak.
Are we name dropping? But you haven't name dropped
sorry.
in the longest time. And you
about
just
to
name
tell
drop that.
I'm about to tell a College Park story.
Oh Lord Jesus.
I've already mentioned this on the podcast, but
What
I
are
was
they gonna
outside the children's room, and Phil
Shama's
was
gonna
there
bleep it
too.
out later.
And
Maybe.
Phil had a pen, and he was like, "What if I dropped it on Shama's head from the balcony?" And do you not remember this?
When he had an afro.
Yeah.
When he had an afro. Yep.
And,
I remember that.
And we're I mean, what is it? 20 feet. You're like, pew, and it hits Shama like right between the eyes, and then Shama storms up the stairs, and he's the angriest I've ever seen him in my life.
No, actually, and also one thing I've always wanted to
Chase,
say
why
this.
are you laughing at this?
Because it's hilarious. Have you
Guys, there's something hilarious about dropping a pen on somebody.
It is pretty funny.
I don't understand.
When you have hair trying to get it in, it just becomes
We thought you had padding.
Have you gone back and listened to the first episode?
I'm gonna be honest. I haven't listened to any episode that I'm not in.
So for all for all those people that haven't
Chase said, "F the podcast before me."
listen, for all the people that haven't listened to the first episode and Chase, Shama was talking about the first. He was in the back. He was using ProPresenter. We just got it, and I was the guru apparently in the church to make everything work. And he was in the rotation. It was his rotation. I was in children's church,
And my rotation to work for free.
pretty much. And he in the middle of the service, they're praying. He accidentally presses the live button.
Yeah,
and
which the live button on ProPresenter
goes
launches
to the camera.
launches the webcam.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because it was an
Everybody's
iMac.
praying.
It was
Yeah.
an iMac. But if you do it on any other, like we have a iMac Mini in my church, right now, and so it doesn't do anything. But because it was an iMac, it his face goes on the screen.
On screen. Dude, luckily, the pastor was praying. It was right before he preached. And
I come running down. He is.
I'm under the table.
He is laying
Under the table.
prostrate before the Lord under the table. And I'm like,
I was
dude, what's
embarrassed.
going on? He's like, dude, I can't wait how you do the light.
We gotta have
so
Phil
for-
back on. I'm
What are
already.
you
We're
talking
like
about?
20 minutes into
What
this.
are you
I'm like,
talking
we
about?
gotta bring Phil back on the podcast.
It was like,
Well, I'll say this. So coming when I moved back to the States for college, Phil had already been here for 2 years. You already lived in Greenville for 2 years.
Yeah.
So I moved in, and I had to sleep on the floor because you and your roommate. You already had a room, you already had beds, and there was not enough space. So I slept on the floor.
well, it was like right before you came.
Huge shout out to Wayne, by the way. Wayne, I crashed
Oh,
on
yeah.
your bed while you weren't.
Yeah. Anyways, no. Well, it was the fact that we had an apartment, but like the school was renting the apartment for us.
Yeah.
And we were paying the school for like a portion of the rent.
So
got you.
anyways,
I got
long
you.
story short,
Yeah.
when I first moved to the States, I was Phil's brother for like 2 years.
Yeah. And then
Because I
now
I
I'm
didn't.
Shama's brother.
Yeah. Guys, if you work hard, if you work hard and believe in yourself. No. So that was being. So I mean, like I didn't have a job. So Phil would you buy my meals?
Yes.
And so
Even more.
and then
Why
I will
need
never.
royalties.
He needs the Zaxby's royalties.
Papa John's.
So then I remember one time every Wednesday we'd go to eat out after church. We'd go to what was it? Applebee's after church on Wednesdays.
Nice. That's
Half-
spinach
half-
dip.
And Phil would get me
Half-price
half
apps.
price apps. Yeah, do they still do that?
I have no idea.
I don't think so.
Man, that's the biggest win is that we're not up to date on the
Applebee's menu?
Applebee's special.
Well,
that's when you know life has been good.
No. Well, the other thing.
There was a time when I could tell you everything on the Applebee's menu because that was where I was. That was my socioeconomic level. Was I knew I kept up with Applebee's half prices. So you'd buy my meals every Wednesday night, and I remember one time you went. What did you said? You're like, hey, I can't keep buying your meals. You got to get a job and buy your own meals. And that was it. You cut me off. You cut me off from free food. And then I did get a job. And then I stopped.
would
But
buy
that's the other thing. You have to remember. I was.
It was also half price. Like, dude, I wasn't even asking you to pay the full price.
I mean, understandable, but that's not the that's not the point. Point is, I was
Wait.
I was
This is smoking like a true big
Y'all-
brother.
So y'all
The
only
star.
went to
That's not the point.
Applebee's?
Yeah. We also sometimes we go other places too.
You were with us sometimes.
Well,
like,
no. He
It
was
occasionally.
it was like the circle of different restaurants. It was either Bojangles, Applebee's, Cookout.
Zaxby's.
Zaxby's
Sometimes.
because Zaxby's was expensive.
Chick-fil-A until they banned Shama.
Yeah, pretty much.
Hey, I was the one climbing up and down the friggin' kids play area, which they got rid of, by the way. There's no kids play area now.
Yeah.
The one that with Chick-fil-A got kicked
But
out.
also, I was working at KFC Taco Bell, so I was bringing home KFC
Also,
chicken.
it was a KFC / Taco Bell, not a KFC and Taco Bell.
It was
one.
It was the
you remember this in
combination.
TR? It was a KFC Taco Bell
Phil worked
together.
there?
That's still there.
I worked there.
a
Yeah.
collab.
Yeah,
That's still
I
there.
worked there.
Man.
What? You didn't know that?
No, I didn't know you worked there.
Yeah, I worked there for a little bit. And I made my own recipes of different things, like like a fried chicken
Taco?
quesadilla.
That
Or a
sounds
fried
really
chicken
good.
quesadilla.
That sounds good.
I know, right? Like, why not?
The Colonel hated him.
I went there
Watch
one
how
time.
one man.
I went to that KFC Taco Bell like a year ago or 2 years ago, and it made me so sick.
Yeah.
I guess you weren't there to keep it afloat.
Well, the Colonel was racist, so he probably would have hated a chicken quesadilla, fried chicken quesadilla. It's a good bit.
Y'all like with that? Y'all like with?
I like how after it got quiet for a
Y'all
second,
like with
PD
that?
goes, "It's a good bit."
It was good.
Hey, y'all ain't with that? Y'all ain't with
See, all I'm thinking is, I'm thinking of myself in the future person. Like, if I wasn't on the podcast and you would have said that, I would have been listening to it in my office, and I'm be like, "No, PD, he didn't.
No.
Did he really do this?" And then I probably would have called Shama and be like, "What was this joke? Why didn't you cut this out?"
Hey, you're gonna have to cut the founding father PD out.
Oh man.
Are we founding fathers? That sounds weird. That
I'm not
sounds
a
weird.
founding
That sounds
father.
racist to say it like that. That makes it sound like this podcast was started by slaves and we managed the recording. But
Listen, just promise to do one
and
thing.
we're like, also chisel us into the side of about.
Listen, just promise one thing, okay? Okay? When you guys are over, do not bring anybody else in. Do not just let church stories just die. Okay? Don't bring someone. No. I don't mean like tomorrow.
Phil
I get what you're
said,
saying.
and
I
I'll
get what
preach
you're
the
saying.
eulogy.
Like, equals 3, Ray William Johnson. He tried to keep it going.
I got you.
Keep
I got
going.
you.
Trying to make that money.
Don't hand it off to someone else.
No.
Yeah.
Endorse somebody else. Let it
got
go.
Hey, y'all want to know what I thought? What I had a thought of?
What's that?
I was like, y'all two could continue the podcast.
Are you leaving us? Do you remember the episode when it was just me and PD?
It was awful.
Hey, don't say that. Hey. Well, it wasn't. Y'all didn't have enough faith in yourselves.
We panicked the entire time.
Yeah, no, y'all had it. Y'all had
Wait,
it.
are you for real going to leave us?
No, I'm not gonna leave.
We've been concerned.
But I had the thought.
Shama
I
brings
had the thought.
culture to this.
Yeah,
podcast.
no one wants
This
another
podcast
2
can't
guys
be
with a
freaking
podcast.
2 white guys? Come on.
Yeah.
now.
No, because we've been concerned because your career's taking off a little bit.
No. I wouldn't leave you guys.
Oh, thank you.
No. But I'm saying like if I did, y'all have it.
No, we don't.
I don't
want
think
Y'all
we
got it, dude.
Nah.
Y'all got it.
PD can just join Rick.
Imagine
Listen, just-
splitting the
Yeah.
Patreon
Bring
money,
it-
not 33.3333%, but
We would be
50,
splitting it
50.
I'll start
I
a
mean, you'd be
podcast.
crying the whole time. Be like,
If this thing dies, I'll do a podcast about wrestling by myself.
Oh Lord Jesus.
but with the same feed. You just
Yeah.
change the title,
Wrestling
logo, and you
stories.
delete it. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, y'all got it.
Well, so we had Pengate. That was one story that I wanted to bring up. The other
we
one,
we had a lot of stories.
So the reason I was laughing so hard at that is because at your birthday party, we didn't really see Shama much at his birthday party. So me and PD were at the
I
table.
was trying to
Hey,
talk to everybody.
I understand.
Yeah.
I know how that is. That's why
Grace
I
set
hate
me up.
birthday parties.
and it was the same thing as us doing the podcast together, where we're like, we don't know what we're doing.
Yeah, so we were sitting there, and PD told me the story, and I just thought it was really funny because he was like, "It's the most angry Shama has ever been in his entire life." It was very funny how he told the story.
I was, I had this thought. I think I was telling Grace a while back that I remember not being cool and hating that. Like, I remember I was like, I'm not cool. Because when I moved back from Africa, I don't know if Phil faced the same thing, but like I spoke a lot of Swahili. So the only time we spoke English was during school. And sometimes we'd speak Swahili in class when we had a teacher. Like our parents hired a high school teacher who probably had the cushiest gig. He went from like teaching at a public school to teaching 3 kids.
Yep.
Yeah, for like 4 hours a day, but then making like more than he made. And then we'd also like just hang out. We'd be like, hey, you want to? We just if our parents were gone, we'd like turn a laptop on and we'd just be like, dude, we're gonna watch Speed with Keanu Reeves in it. And we'd pull up a projector and that'd be class for us. And our teacher would be like, no, don't. turn that off. And we know it'd be too late. Speed is over. Like the credits are rolling.
It's done. Yeah.
And so when we moved back to the States, like we were, and I also talked to Abby Gilbert, who's been on the podcast, and she's also a missionary kid, and she's said something along the same lines of like, when you spend so much time out of the country and you move back and you're trying to relate to people, you know, like your peers or just people around your same age, and they all reference like movies and books. Because think about it, I mean, a bulk of America is subcultures, cultures,
entertainment,
movies, The Office, Parks and Rec. So people would reference that stuff to me, and I'd be like, I don't know. I mean, same thing with Abby. Like on the show, we'd be like, oh, it's like, you know, Patrick Star or whatever. She'd be like, you know, I don't know. And so I would do that, you know. so I would do that. Happened to me. So like my first, my first couple of years back in the States were so agonizing because people would come up and like talk to me, but like I just could not relate. Like, and so people were like, and I didn't understand jokes. Oh. And so people would be like, oh, dude, and so I'd be offended. I wouldn't laugh. Or I'd be offended, and they'd be like, "Oh, you should just laugh because it's funny." Because it's like you should watch The Office, dude. You'd get that. And I'd be like, "Well, I can't. Like, I'm working, and I'm also in school. Like, I can't catch up on culture." So it's just like a time thing.
7 years of culture. That's the other thing.
Yeah,
That's a long
yeah.
time. And really for me, it was more along the lines of like, I can't remember anything between 2003 and 2008 in America. Like like
Bush was president.
Understandable.
Yeah.
Like
because you moved back in 08 for college.
Yeah. And the one thing like I can point at and like every single time is Buick. Like the Buick cars. All I remember is my dad used to have a Buick. It was the long, and then the Buick started doing like crossovers in the early 2000s, right? I had to go research that. Like,
so you're just like Buicks.
I was like that's the only thing. I'm like, when did they do this? Like, I'll see. He goes, it's a 2005. I'm like, really, a 2005? Like, when did they think of this? Like, it's just
so don't
like,
talk to Phil about time without Buick years.
Lord Jesus.
It's like, remember
Not
the
who
time
was
we wore that
president.
thing, you know,
What were the 3 top models of that Buick released that year? So that's what I was saying. So I was.
And he had 7 years.
Effectively. I was 9. I was there. Yeah, 03 to 2010. No. It was 7
2010 is when they did the Buick fried chicken quesadilla.
A lot of people don't know this. Phil had pioneered that team in 08 for 2 years, for 2 Buick years, and then. So there was a big bolt. Like when I first moved back to the States, I just remember being the odd man out for a long time, and so I had to learn to be. And I don't think I've ever talked about this, but I had to like learn how to like engage people in conversation, learn references and catch up on the internet. And my brother would tell me like, you need to watch this or you need to do this. And so that's what I would do just because I had to have, I don't know, I just needed to be coached into American living again.
That's really interesting.
Yeah. And so that's why I feel like a lot of times when people are like, oh, release your old content, I'm like, it's under the banner of when I was a completely different person. Like I heard somebody use the term perpetual foreigner, where I wasn't really American. But then when I also was in Tanzania, people would be like, oh, you know,
you're American.
Now. And I'd be here and people were like, where are you from? And so I didn't, you know, who was I even making content for? I didn't even know. I wasn't even a person.
When was these videos? Like, what?
2010, 11, 12, 13.
So like around when the Buick Encore came out.
Yeah, pretty much.
Hey, that was good.
Yeah, you guys are awful.
That was really good. I heard somebody, I heard a lady who taught English as a second language. She said that you don't need an English teacher. Like a lot of foreigners, they don't need an English teacher as much as they need an English parent. So it's not like you don't need to learn the language.
It's the culture.
You need to learn the culture and the, you know, what goes along with the culture, etiquette, and, you know, idioms and jokes and references or whatnot.
That's super interesting.
You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, even if somebody goes like singing in the rain, well, you got to understand that was like a movie. That
you got to know Gene Kelly.
You got to know You got to know the genius of singing. You know what I mean? Or else so much of, I mean, just even being a foreigner, a perpetual foreigner who's bilingual, I'm always picking up on that. Or I hear people speak in Swahili or something. I'm like, I don't understand that. Or the only reason I understand that is because this was in a song or a movie like 10 years ago. But right now when I go to Tanzania and people reference stuff, I am just as lost as I was when I moved to the States in 2010.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Now,
So I had to like
do you
relearn.
visit Tanzania often?
Not as often as I would like. I was planning on going, in 2020.
What Buick came out there?
the Buick Capitol riot.
Chase,
whatever Buick came out was too important for him to leave the country. That's all that matters.
No, I'm sorry. Carry
You
on.
guys
Sorry.
are awful.
Oh wait, no, that was the Buick virus.
Yeah,
That's the one that came out.
A lot of people that skated under the radar.
But I want to. I really do. I want to go back. I miss my mom. I would love to see her back in Africa. Miss Africa. I think the last time we were there was when my father passed away. And so at least my a couple of things happened. Apart from burying my father, it was the fact that my wife got to meet most of our family all at once, which was really cool. Yeah. And my wife was able to see Africa. Even if it was a quick trip, she can at least understand now. Like when I say, there are children in Africa starving.
Yeah. So that's a question for both of you. Is that
Is that whole setup? You talking about dad dying just so you can plug a bit about kids?
I was like, I can't laugh at this on camera.
Listen, I never got your godly gift of timing.
Oh no, it's very funny. I do have a question. So is that a difficult part? Because both of your wives are from here. Is that a thing in your marriage where it's like you don't understand African culture because of the culture difference that you guys were talking about?
So Grace and I, we were a part of. Let me say this. I went to school with a girl here at Holmes who moved to Kenya to do mission work. Her name is Dara, and she married a guy from Kenya. His name is Mark, and we've got to have him on the show. Mark is the guy who his
gets
family
flashlights.
always gets flashlights for Christmas.
That's my favorite thing.
And he had asked me.
That's my favorite.
He had asked
thing.
me, he was like, Does your wife's family give you flashlights? Because this man had a surplus. This man has a flashlight outlet at this point. And so they live in the Spartanburg area. And so we went up and visited her family one time, and she introduced us to a couple other couples who the guy or the husband or the wife was from East Africa. And we had dinner, and it was the first time because Dara had asked us. We went to lunch with Dara, Grace and I, and she was like, "Do you have any multicultural friends?" And we were like, Grace and I were like, we laughed and we were like, "No." And she was like, "Well, you should come up. We'll have a dinner." And there are some other young people just like us who are in interracial marriages, and they also have kids or whatnot. It would be really good. And so meeting them and talking to them was the first time that I thought, oh wow, there a lot of I would not say struggles, but lost in translation communication things is not independent just to our marriage. So yeah, there are a lot of just nuances of just culture, I guess, things that you pick up growing up. And so I wouldn't say they're not deal breakers, but they're just interesting. What would you say, Phil? I don't know. Well, you're pretty American, Phil. You probably spent the least amount of time in Tanzania out of all of us.
Yeah, 5 years.
Yeah,
compared to your
Swahili didn't even get too great.
I have a huge accent in Swahili, they know for I can't even.
Phil speaks Swahili like a white person. That was what everybody said.
Yeah, pretty much. And I can't listen to myself speak Swahili. I can't record it.
I got you.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I heard from a source that Africans are super racist to African Americans. Is that true?
Who's your source?
Danny Brown,
actually,
a rapper.
No. So let me tell you a story.
Hey, hold on.
No, I got this.
PD's setting us up right now. We still got to hang out with real African Americans. Well, for the record, we're real African Americans. Yeah. We're Africans who became Americans.
When?
All the
You've never told this story.
Well, 2016.
Yeah, I love telling this story over and over again.
Well. I've got a joke. I
know you got a joke.
Okay.
You got a joke for everything.
Shama has never been shushed on the podcast before. That's a first.
Can we do that now?
Hey,
I got my Phil card.
hey, man! Look, as a founding father,
No, so
I'm fatherly offended right now.
So I know you guys like. Apparently there was I didn't know you guys had a list of stuff not to talk about on the show, which they told me like right before we
didn't
started
say a
filming.
list. I just told you like two.
There's a
I
list.
told you like
There's a
two
list.
things.
There's a list.
Two things.
Anyways, but not to talk about politics,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
we all know our last president before the current one. You know, he starts coming down.
Some people say he's still the president, brother.
Talk about a founding
Some
father.
people talk about, you talk about he's not the real president. Who's that? We got a puppet right now. I'm just kidding. What if I went off? What if I just did 10 minutes as a black Republican?
Lord
Home
Jesus.
sweet home.
Anyways, he announced, his presidency, and I don't know.
His run for president.
Yeah, his run for presidency, and I don't know what happened. Like when me and my brother had the same thought, because we were still living. No, we were still living together.
Yeah.
I was dating my wife at the time. Shama wasn't dating anybody, but we were living together. And then we looked at.
He was alone. He was a lone loser.
Man, I can't have my brother back.
Now this is
Phil
great.
said I was dating my wife at the time. Shama
was alone.
single and
Total
I don't
loser.
remember if you were dating Grace.
Shama
Were you
sleeping
dating
on a
Grace?
twin mattress on the floor.
Crying himself to sleep
Well, he
every
did.
night.
Listen,
No, we weren't-
He
I wasn't.
did have the master bedroom though.
Yeah. We call it primary bedroom now. We don't use that term. Have you not heard about this? I mean, don't get me wrong. I am the master of my house. But
I don't know, man.
we
Ezra's
call
giving
it
you a run for your money.
we call it primary bedroom now. I had to change my Roomba. This is the whitest thing. I changed my Roomba to.
Was that a Grace idea?
No, it was just me. I just
okay.
thought I don't want to send my Roomba to clean the master bedroom.
I feel like this is going to be like a petition for
so
like
funny.
Zillow.
Zillow? Yeah, Zillow, yeah.
And to get them to stop-
Zwillow sounds like houses in the hood.
Sounds like a
You
Buick.
heard of Zillow?
Sounds like a
Man,
Buick.
you want the check out Zwillow.
No,
What were
it
you
sounds
saying,
like a
though?
petition to change for them to stop using master bedroom.
Yeah.
No, unacceptable.
What were you
Anyways,
saying though?
I think that's a thing, actually.
yeah, hopefully.
Well, I'll just say at my house, at the end of a cul-de-sac, we don't have master bedroom. We have a primary bedroom.
whatever.
Oh, man.
So I don't know when we both had the thought and looked at each other and we're like, we need to go get become
American citizens.
Yeah, we need to become American citizens like now. And so we started the paperwork. I remember we filed it in like December or November of that year.
2015.
Yeah, and then it literally came back to us in January.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
It was that quick, right?
That's crazy, yeah.
And so it came back in January. We went on a Tuesday. I remember this.
To be naturalized, they call becoming an American citizen being naturalized, as in you're unnatural before.
Yeah, that
before
seems
you
Anyway.
before you plead the oath.
You're
Anyways,
normal now.
We did. You're right. We did the whole
Black foreign man,
Lord.
you normal now.
Here's your Buick.
A bald eagle lands on your shoulder. Oh,
thought it
beautiful
would be a
for
Ford.
spacious
Yeah,
skies,
probably a
for amber wind. What if I do the whole song? America. Have you ever heard my white guy singing voice?
Oh, Lord.
Yeah.
America, God shed his, what is it, grace?
I don't know.
And crown
Yeah.
thy good with brotherhood from sea to shore. Grace says I sound really good singing as a white guy, but not good singing as a black guy.
That's racist.
Yeah, I know.
All right, let Phil
man.
finish.
Listen,
Yeah,
are you being abused at home? Please let us know. We would love to help.
Man, if the jokes weren't that good, if the jokes weren't so spot on, it'd be abuse.
Lord Jesus. Anyway,
yeah, tell your
so it like a fast turnaround, like less than a month of turnaround, and then we go in on that Tuesday, do the whole fingerprinting, make sure everything was right.
So that way they can arrest you if they need to.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Dude, I've been fingerprinted so many times.
Me too, brother.
So many times in this country.
What do you mean? Well, chase for different reasons.
Understandable, but I've been I've never been arrested. But like,
haven't either.
I've been fingerprinted so many. Like to be to have our green cards, of course, you had to be fingerprinted, and then so we got those renewed a couple of times. So we had to get fingerprinted again, and then the passport, and then that, and then I worked at a police station for a while.
Oh, that was Trump. I got a soundboard.
Oh,
I'm just gonna throw some stuff in there.
I knew you were up to something.
And then
So long story short, PD, Phil and I were like, yo, things might get a little crazy. We should become Americans.
Yeah. Tuesday we go in.
Just so when the race war goes down.
Oh Jesus! Tuesday we go in, do the whole questions and everything. They're like, and the lady was like, literally, I think who you went first or I went first? I forgot, but
I can't remember.
We
it's an oral exam. Yeah, they ask you questions,
and then he's like, oh, you guys both passed. Congratulations. Would you like to come back Friday and become citizens? We're like, wait, what?
That fast?
Wow. What?
That's what's up.
And we're like, no. Can we push it away? So
I don't believe she does have the stamina. I don't believe.
I just saw I don't believe and clicked on it.
Anyways,
I'm done.
So
we're gonna have to make another statement.
You guys have if you guys made statements for every single episode.
All right, carry on. So, can we push it back a little bit?
Yeah, because we wanted all our family to be there. Like,
that's really exciting.
My mom and dad were in town.
Yeah.
For something.
Yeah. Your mom and dad, but not your mom and dad.
our mom and dad were in town, and then of course we invited some people from church.
Yeah, that's super exciting. I didn't get invited.
It was 2016, dog. We
weren't around.
I was alive.
You were probably still in Malden High.
I was. Yeah.
Malden Middle.
I was invited.
And so we became citizens, and then he took office, and I asked people because I still know people that were trying to become citizens. And
took a lot longer.
It's like how's it going? It's like, oh man, I haven't heard back. It's been like 6 months, 8 months, 9 months. I'm like, dude,
that's
so sorry,
crazy.
Bro.
So y'all really got it right at the last second. The buzzer beater of American citizenship.
Yeah, which costed us a lot of money. Which now we would have known. We know that if my dad would have done it for us while we were still in our teens, we would automatically got it. But they didn't have. Adults. They didn't. Well, yeah.
Our parents were also. They were not trying to give up their Tanzanian citizenship.
They weren't.
So
they weren't. And
but since they were missionaries with an American organization and they had to come to the States frequently, they were like, we don't have to miss the window.
We had and that was the other thing is right after 9/11, it was like
never forget.
Dude, I forgot.
Did you know?
Why did I say never forget? Phil laughed. Is it
no? Because it's one of those things. Like everybody says that after that. Just
it's all fake news.
It is.
The earth is flat. 9/11 was an inside job.
I would like to issue an apology to Pete Davidson.
It doesn't exist, folks.
Listen, no.
Jeez,
it's just one of those things.
I'm sweating.
It's just one of those things that I find that you guys everybody says right after, just Alabama Roll Tide.
Yeah.
It has to be said.
9/11, never forget.
When you say 9/11, you have to say fake news right after.
It depends on who you vote for. It's either never forget or fake news.
Yeah.
Or it could be.
I thought we were not talking about politics.
Ivanka.
Oh Lord Jesus. So right after
I feel like by saying we're not going to talk about politics, really pointed out the elephant in the
room. Anyways, before 9/11, it was you could be out the country for 5 years and then you had to come back just to make sure
That makes sense. Yeah.
If you had a green card.
If you had a green card. But after that, it was 3 years, and then a few years later, they shortened it down to 2 years, and then 3 years later, it's a year. So I remember one time that, and the other thing was you can fill out all your paperwork out of the country, but you have to be in the country to mail it.
Yeah.
I remember there was one time me, my brother, and my mom, because my sister was born here, so she was already a citizen. Me, my brother, and my mom came to America for 1 week.
Oh, snap.
So that we could just mail off some letters.
Mail our letters so we could keep our American green card.
Yep.
Because people work, and it was the thing was that the rules had changed so much. So essentially, I don't even know why we're talking about American immigration laws right now, but that's a part of the come up.
This is something that I feel like you haven't shared with your audience.
It's
your
true.
audience knows you from now. They need to know you from before.
Well,
when you talk,
it didn't happen.
There was no me before.
No,
life. As far as I'm concerned, life starts at VeggieTales Remix.
That's our official statement.
Listen,
no,
I feel like.
What do you mean? I've never talked about What do you mean?
Phil's
trying to outblack me right now.
No.
you don't remember where you came from.
Listen, no, it's not that. It's not that.
No more Africans on the show.
That's racist.
Never forget.
I feel like no, it's not even that. It's the fact that it's not that you do touch on stuff, but it's not it's not long enough as you touch on everything else. Like you had a whole episode about
Victorious.
Yeah.
I didn't. I didn't have a whole
fault.
episode.
You allowed it to happen, grandfather.
I went from founding father to founding grandfather. I'm a founding grandfather. The people I fathered had a baby.
Listen,
I'm a founding grandfather.
I feel
Tracy Morgan, founding grandfather. Chisel my face into the side of a mountain. Can you tell me watching 30 Rock?
Listen, I feel like me coming here is to allow them to get to know Shama and PD better. Unfortunately,
Guys,
I don't know Chase that
That's
much.
okay. They don't need
Hold
to.
on. Let me ask. Have I been? You're making it sound like Phil. I go back to Africa more than you. That's the Mecca. That's the Mecca. I try to go back to dip my toes in the water.
I think he's talking more about
I feel like
your.
I feel like you
childhood,
lost
your
points when you got married.
I lost points. Dog.
Play a soundbite. Play something.
The stamina.
What do you mean I lost?
I love how it does the.
Okay. So I will say. What does it make it sound like a message? You're saying I don't talk enough about the.
Well, no. So when you I just feel like you need to validate a few things. So like the whole church stories things. People don't know, like when we were becoming missionaries, we traveled around to like 90 churches. And when I say 90 churches, like
It was
every single,
It was more than that.
well, something like that. But every single Sunday we were at a different church. Sometimes every single Sunday night when they had Sunday night
It was
services,
Sunday morning, Sunday night, Wednesday night.
and then Wednesday night, and sometimes even during the week if it's someone wanted to be weird and have it on a Tuesday or Thursday night. But we traveled around to all these different churches, so we saw all these different things.
How are you gonna bring this back to how me not?
I don't have to.
Me being whack.
I've listened to this podcast long enough to know that I don't have to bring it back to anything. I can just say whatever I want to say, and then we can move on.
That's a very good
That's
point.
the quiet. That's the quiet part, Phil.
I'm just letting you know that
we have to make it sound like we have to make it sound like we have a purpose and a point.
Do you?
Yeah, I mean, not really.
Do you
but
really?
We don't want to say that.
I mean,
don't.
have you?
That's kind of.
I mean, I know you edit, but do you actually listen to what you guys talk about sometimes?
I do. Yeah.
I mean,
I think we do a great show.
No, I mean, I love the show.
Hey, it's a great show if you don't listen to it after you record it.
I'm just trying to figure out if he understands what he's saying.
Okay. This is all.
The heckin'.
This is what I'll say.
I'm not trying to bash you guys on your own show.
I've
always wanted to be here. I'm so grateful to be in the seat.
Oh, you'll be back. I'm enjoying this. I don't know if Shama's enjoying this, but me and Chase are.
Great time. Yeah.
Y'all freaking wild.
I just want to go. I want to go. Touring with you guys whenever you guys go. That's it.
Yeah.
I could be one of your guests.
I want to go touring.
Hey.
Like you have to book Tim. Tim has to he has to come.
Yeah.
Tim.
Oh, and you're telling us that we don't we go on rants.
Bachman, his
Tim is the king
Uncle Tim.
of.
We don't call him Tim. But I was like,
well, I'm not calling him Uncle Tim.
He's not
I
his
call him
uncle.
Uncle
Our
Tim.
uncle.
Yeah, but Tim is like the ADHD king.
Yeah,
That's true. Him and Jonathan.
Yeah, absolutely. Like you can give him his own segment on the tour.
His own show.
I mean, Phil, you have all. Phil, I'm not gonna.
Go ahead.
I'm not gonna take slander from a guy whose real name is Elifadhili, but he goes by Phil.
You're the one who gave me that name. You know that, right?
I think it
I
makes
did not
sense.
give you that name.
You
Phil,
and Lydia gave me that name.
like
okay.
Ellie
All right.
Fadhili.
We called you
Phil.
Fad. Yeah.
It makes sense.
I didn't know you had a sister. Let's start there.
Oh, Lydia.
Oh yeah,
you don't know Lydia?
She's a lieutenant in the army.
What?
Really?
I haven't seen Lydia in years.
Yeah, lieutenant.
I've talked about, but Phil makes it sound like I haven't talked about. Like I'm blanking out.
No.
I didn't know about
Phil
private.
makes it sound like I'm whitewashing my history.
Listen, no. If you want me to make segments, I'll make segments.
Well,
okay.
okay, what
All
do
the
you-
times
what
that
do you-
Shama skips over his family. I mean, no. So he had a whole podcast with my mom.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Good, more power to you. You should definitely bring her back.
This is the one about sibling rivalry.
Yeah.
But he
That's a problem to me.
Yeah, that is a problem. All he says is that I have a sister. You know my sister, and that's it. Like, that's
How
all.
come I didn't know about General Lydia?
Phil, what more do you want me to say about my family and upbringing?
And then
This is what episode is
I'm
it?
saluting Lydia right now.
and then all he says about me is the following. You can just listen. All you guys.
Wait, can I guess what you're about to say?
No. Yeah, go after this. All you guys that have been listening.
Phil said after I need to get
All you guys that are listening from the very beginning to now, first of all, I commend you. Awesome. Get all the references, all the jokes in. But, Chase, you need to do the same. If you're going to be heading over the discourse, you need to know what they're talking. Anyways, but what I'm saying is the following. All he says about me, go ahead.
He goes, my brother Phil, longtime listener of the show. That's what he said. That's what he says.
That is literally what he said. And then he follows it up with oh, we need him on the show. We need him on the show. But he never calls me. So listen, the only reason that I'm here now is I had to come to Greenville for something.
That's so small.
I had to come to Greenville because we're having my
tomorrow.
daughter. No.
Oh.
My daughter's birthday, even though she was her birthday was 2 days ago. Her birthday party.
Oh, that's not good.
No, it's not. Her birthday party is this weekend, so I'm going to get an Elmo suit from a company that I used to work for. I used to do like their different things: Squidward, Elmo, Cookie Monster, Dora.
Dora, of course. Yeah.
I like to say that
Dora was played by a black man.
Yes, it was. And,
Dora the Explorer.
and then you don't want to know. Here's the funny thing. There was one day I was in the Elmo suit, and it's hot. It's hot in there, and I'm digging Elmo. I'm dancing and stuff.
Do you do the voice?
No.
Okay.
I don't talk.
You're muffled. I mean, you're in that.
Pretty much. But
you're essentially cosplaying a furry.
Pretty much. So I finished the whole thing, and we try to keep the realness and stuff like that. So we park far away, we walk up, we try to make sure no one sees me when I'm dressing or undressing. None of
undressing is Elmo, right? Yeah, you need to specify.
You're the only one who thought that. Anyways,
I'm clarifying.
Anyways, and
for
then
the shareholders,
of course, I was sitting like on a park bench or whatever, drinking some water, and you could see like I was drenched and stuff. And then a mom, preferably in the Caucasian persuasion, comes up and goes, "Were you the one in the Elmo suit?" I'm like, "Yes, ma'am, I was." I knew it was black guy because he can dance. Elmo can dance. I knew it. Okay, ma'am. I'm so glad I can validate your thoughts about Elmo. Anyways, but yeah, the only reason
Not about Elmo, about your race.
Thank you, PD.
I
appreciate that.
I don't even enjoy Disney World when I go, just because I'm like, that Goofy better be a black dude.
Also, like, dude, whenever you see somebody in a costume for kids, you just like diet furry.
Diet furry.
Yeah.
So the only reason I'm here is because I'm coming down for the Elmo suit.
Okay, Phil,
long-time listener.
Phil. Yes. And I called Shama. I'm like, hey, I know you guys usually film, Monday, Tuesday, whatever, before the podcast, or want to get it done because y'all's weekends are hectic and busy. And I'm like, yo, 10 o'clock on Monday. Why not?
Yeah, no, and we're super glad to have you here, and Shama's super glad to have you.
I don't know if Shama's super glad.
No, he's not. He's getting a little agitated. Just a little bit. Just
Someone drop
bit.
a pin on him.
I don't. Phil, listen. All I know is immediate family and fans. That's how PD falls. Fans.
Listen, like Chase. Okay, so let's learn about Shama.
Hold on a second.
Chase, did you know that our grandfather had 5 wives?
I've said this.
I did actually.
Oh yeah,
no, Shama tells me a lot about his life.
It's all fake
I was just
news.
playing it up. I was
5
playing it up.
wives, and each one of them had a house.
Yeah.
He built a house for each one of them. So
Baller.
That's dedication.
Or maybe not baller. I don't know. But 5 houses.
No, baller is 5 wives, 1 house. More Utah style.
And so,
also, I'm never saying Utah style again. That sounds.
So
that sounds like the
an order of French
worst
fries.
loaded fries you've ever had. I'll take those fries a Utah style.
Lord Jesus.
With 4 white women.
So, anyways, Chase.
Phil, what do you
That's
you
a number
have no
3.
idea? Hold on.
Just say number 3 next time. They know what that means in Utah.
Hey, at In-N-Out on the West Coast, they have animal style fries. So you get a burger animal style, and I think it's just chopped like onions and stuff.
Dude, did they have an In-N-Out in Portland?
I don't think so.
Okay, good.
When
Because
we
I
go
would have
back
been really
out that way,
disappointed.
we'll
We gotta
have-
go.
yeah,
I've
we'll
never.
go.
Pretty sure that's just West Coast. Right.
Phil-
Portland's on the West Coast. So maybe.
Do you want me to go like when I say my brother? You want me to break into this, my beloved brother? A soliloquy for a man we once were in the womb together with. What can I say about my beloved brother that hasn't already been said about the goodness of the Lord?
Or maybe it's just that like you'll go on about Pastor Puppet longer than you will your own.
Yeah,
brother.
exactly.
Like, I'm on Phil's side.
Hold on.
Oh,
Petey,
man.
how often do we
Like
talk
Pastor
about
Pup-
your? How often do we talk?
I know Pastor Puppet will have his own segment on the tour. Like I know that. I know that for a fact. Well, Phil,
That's because
okay.
that's because he can fit under a seat. Like,
Wait, were you about to say how often do I talk about my sisters?
Yeah.
They don't deserve it the way Phil does. They're not noteworthy.
that's what I'm saying.
They don't deserve it like how Phil does.
Like there's something about. Hold on.
listen. From now on, all I want is like when you say Phil, just reference this podcast number.
Yeah,
like
that's fair.
go back and watch
Yeah.
the one about Phil with Phil.
Yeah.
Can I have? Wait, no.
Did you?
Can we call it that? The one about Phil with Phil?
No. I want a better name than that. It's
The
not
one about Phil.
No, it's not the one about Phil.
With
It's not
Phil.
the one about Phil.
The one about Phil with Phil.
Hey man, you gonna mess around and find out. That's the.
He's the editor.
Listen. I don't care. Future Shama, do whatever you want to do.
It's already been done. You named the show.
What
You
about
named
Phil
your
with
episode.
Phil?
What about Phil squared?
Can it be the one about Phil's feelings? Phil?
It's not now, Phil. You messed
Phil's
it up.
feeling.
Phil's
This
feelings.
is too many words.
I understand. I'm
Philly
so- I'm
Vanilla.
sorry.
So do I need to apologize for
Absolutely
like?
not.
Then why are you calling me out?
This guy's so aggressive.
He just wants you to correct it in the future.
Okay, you want me to
I'm
correct?
Phil's agent.
So whatever.
You fired PD and look what happened.
Dude, I'm not. There's no love loss here. I'm just letting you know what you do.
Okay, well that's what I'm saying though. So this is like a.
I'm so glad I'm making Chase laugh so hard right now.
So you're just saying like. Okay. I'm not. God, man. I don't even know where we go. I don't even know where we go from here, dog.
Well, we've done an hour and 10.
Yeah, that's not enough. I need at least an hour and 30. I'm a very important person.
You need an hour and 30 so you could listen to you guesting on the show that you titled and guested on?
Absolutely.
Listen, you've been listening to your own voice for how long? For how
For a
long?
while.
years.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just saying.
That's what I'm saying,
Listen,
man. I mean,
Shama-
you record too many episodes. You record a lot of episodes. Yeah, the thing is, like,
Thanks for talking to me.
That's
I'm
Dr.
trying
Phil.
to keep it.
Shama's always, but you have to understand, Shama's always been like this. Like the whole, his image, his style. Like I've not. That's why I'm
Cargo pants and Vans.
That's why I'm kind of, I don't know when this happened. The cargo pants and Vans. Like he used to be all.
I needed more pockets. I saw these at
White woman.
Two kids and one on the way.
And I said, I need more pockets. I need more room.
Oh, by the way, have you chosen your baby's name? I mean,
We don't even know the gender.
They're gonna name it Phil.
Phil with Phil.
Felicia.
Phyllis.
No, we're not gonna find this. We're gonna find the gender in the room. Right now, they them. They be. That's what we got right now.
Nice.
Sorry, Petey. Why are you looking at me like that? I'm
Nice.
just stating
Like
facts.
what?
Oh, you. Don't look at me Republicanly.
What? I'm
Stares
just
democratically.
thinking of a joke, and I'm coming up with nothing. That's the reason I'm looking around with a blank
I
stare.
gotta try to read it. No, okay. So guys, this has been an episode with Phil, who will probably tell me when he's gonna be back in town to demand to be on again.
Hey, not so fast. I've got one more thing I have to mention before Phil gets out of here.
Please, dude.
And that, we have a segment on here called Pastors Be Trippin'. And at one point in time, Phil was a trippin' pastor.
Oh, Lord, Jesus. Okay, so
Do you already know this? Do you know which he's going to mention?
I have no idea.
That's when you know you've been
should.
tripping too much.
So I attended one of Phil's sermons.
Oof.
That was, you'll know after I say this. It was about a Samuel L. Jackson film called Snakes on a Plane.
Oh, Lord Jesus.
In which the sin was the snakes.
Yes.
And the plane was your life.
Listen, I've deconstructed. I've deconstructed from my preaching, so I mean, I've said I know.
For the record, you were a reckless. You were a reckless preacher.
Some people
Relentless.
Some people
reckless.
What is it? Some people deconstruct from a whole religion. You deconstructed from your preaching specifically.
Pretty much.
Oh, Phil said, I need to get saved from myself.
Yes. And I feel like the reason why is because Yep, I do.
I just kind of feel
pretty much.
That's a good podcast.
It's the fact that the school that we went to was making cookie cutter Christians, and most of the people that I knew that that were seniors that were when I was a freshman at that school, they're all out of the ministry, because they couldn't cut it, because everybody
cookie cutter Christians couldn't cut it.
There wasn't real enough, and that's how I'm feeling. That's how I'm feeling.
Okay.
PHILIN.
I'm a cookie cutter Christian who couldn't cut it, riding with the drop top down in my Cutlass. That's all I got. Sorry.
Trying to see if I could get the next Buick.
Oh, Lord Jesus.
All these people want to be pastors, but they couldn't do it.
Oh, there you go. Chase always coming in with clutch. No, but it was just the fact that they kind of give you a plan for life, and the homiletics or hermeneutics professors that were there. The homiletics is the way of preaching, and then hermeneutics is the way of reading the Bible. They were all the same. So I could basically listen to the beginning of a sermon. Somebody
I still can
probably tell
them exactly what they're going to say.
Yeah, probably they're going to tell.
Now hold on. Now you're talking a lot. Who do you want to blame specifically for your Snakes on a Plane sermon?
Samuel L. Jackson.
Do you remember that sermon? You had props.
You tossed out rubber snakes.
I did.
And I'm not going to lie, I was there, and I think I walked out.
Really? I remember
I just remember it was rough. And
I was really young, and I was like, he's bombing the VIP right now.
Listen, I take full blame for that. Completely.
Okay, well, you were talking about homiletics and hermeneutics and and professors.
Yeah.
No, have you you've seen TikToks, people they're like, give me a subject and I can make a sermon out of it, type thing, and that's the way I was taught to be and tried to become, basically. And I have to take full responsibility for my actions.
So you were watching TNT one day,
pretty much.
Snakes on a Plane comes on. You're like, I could do something with this.
I could segue that.
Yeah.
Sin in your Snakes on a Plane, sin in your life.
Yep.
Same logo.
Yep.
And it's important to note, no one got saved that day.
Yo. Gosh.
Listen,
I'm just gonna give. I'm gonna let you know, if I was there, I would have leaned over to someone and be like, "Yo, he's spitting right now." that was my sermon.
Oh, Lord.
Well, I will say our old youth pastor, he would let anybody preach. Thankful for that, but also horrible mistake. Some of us did not deserve to be up there.
You were a tripping pastor too.
Yes.
Let me bring up something Shama did to balance it out. Fair and balanced. Sure stories.
Everybody sees Shama's face right there. Pause it right there. That's Shama's embarrassment face.
I'm about to expose Shama right now. So Shama,
this episode has been it's been really rough for me.
I thought you were the villain of the season.
It's true.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
and now
this is an episode with all villains.
Oh yeah, villain of the season.
All villains, no hero.
But punching bag of this episode.
But I'm perfectly fine being the villain, though. I came down here.
You know what,
Phil? You've only been a guest once, and you're like, I'm fine with having an arc.
Listen. Yeah.
He's coming back.
Write me in again. 2 episodes
Phil said,
down.
I've only been on 1 episode, but I'm well-rounded.
Listen.
I got a whole storyline.
What was the guy in Breaking Bad? The black guy.
Oh,
half his face blown off.
Huey?
Hector?
No.
Sure, I have no idea. I never watched
Hector,
that.
yeah.
Anyways, he was supposed to be only in for one season, and then he was so good that they gave him a whole storyline and then killed him.
Yeah.
That's what I want.
so we have to kill you.
You want to give you a whole?
Wait,
you want us to
no.
give you a whole storyline and then kill you?
Wait, Hector was the one with the bell.
Yeah.
I can't remember.
Who was? I can't remember him. Yeah. It was really
Gus.
Gus.
Yes.
Yeah. Gustavo.
Anyways, Shama being a tripping pastor.
Here we go.
He walks on stage with a brown paper bag.
Let me say, I stole this.
No,
this
take
analogy.
it. Take it.
I stole this
Why don't you
analogy from
take
a
it?
pastor named Robert Madu.
Why don't you take it away?
Okay, I went to a conference where Pastor Robert Madu, he pastors a church in Dallas. He came on stage with a brown paper bag, and he kept on taking drinks, like sips of it. And he was like, guys, I gotta let you know, I have an addiction. And he's like, I like to drink. And he goes, before I came on stage, I had a little drink. And people were like, oh. And so he's like, and when I get off stage, I take another drink. And so I'm like parodying, I'm copying this.
Keep in mind, I'm buying this for some reason.
Yeah.
I
And so
believe that
I'm
Shama is
essentially
admitting to being an alcoholic.
Talking about, and then when I get a great comment when I get a bad comment on Facebook, I take a drink. When I get a great comment on Facebook, I take a drink. And then you pull the bottle out of the bag, and it says, guys, and I need to tell you today that my addiction is actually to. And you pull the bottle out of the brown paper bag, and it's just like a regular bottle, but you taped it's got tape on it, and it says approval. I got an approval addiction. And honestly, when Robert Madu preached it, great sermon.
Yeah.
When I preached it, the junk was rough. That junk was Kmart.
and you let me tell you, the problem with that is that's the thing. It's when we were pastors or trying to be. Hey, we got to,
hey, you work hard enough, they let you be one.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, because you had to start as youth pastor, right?
Yeah.
You can't just be a senior pastor. You got to be a youth pastor. And then,
Hey, I also did like a year as a kids pastor. Big mistake.
Very big mistake.
Yeah.
But they always would tell us, hey, go listen to all these people, Mark Driscoll, Carl.
Well, also, you're just like
Wentz.
you're just an empty vessel. You don't have any life experience. Like you don't.
And then all you see is big lights and stuff and illustrations that people like. One of my
they've
favorites.
like mined from their lives.
Yeah, one of my favorite sermons that like I used to listen to back in the day was Franklin.
Jensen Franklin.
Yeah, Jensen Franklin. Keep your underwear on, where he had WWE, like he was in WWE ring, and like he was telling people just stop wrestling with different things, just keep your underwear on, sexual purity, whatever.
But he wasn't preaching on a stage; he was preaching in a ring.
In a WWE ring, like he had that.
We should watch that. We should watch that sermon and just put a clicker for every time he says "keep your underwear on," just keep count.
Like and so
maybe take a shot of a bottle of approval every time he takes it.
No, death water. I commend you on the death water.
Listen,
you put me.
You said liquid death. Yeah.
Whatever.
Death water sounds like
I like
a
death
suicide
water.
sip.
I loved it. Also, it's very smooth. Goes down I'm the person.
Yeah.
That's the other thing. People are like, you can't taste water. I can taste the difference of water. I know.
Keep your underwear on, Phil. Keep on going.
The can makes it taste different.
Yes, it does.
It
and
does.
It's colder, and it feels different in your hand.
And you could just drink it like in 2 seconds.
Yes.
Yeah.
Or put it back in the fridge and get it colder again and drink it later.
I've been drinking the flavored ones. What were you going to say about Jensen
Amen.
Franklin? Were you done with
The Church
story?
of Liquid
Or
Death.
are you really just leaving
No.
stories high and dry?
that is one of the
Man, watching somebody else do it on this episode is freaking maddening. I understand why it's rough for people. Watching somebody else be as reckless as me this episode's like talking to a mirror. Jeez.
you gotta get them hooked, and then y'all gotta keep them rolling.
We do got to start wrapping up though, guys.
Let's wrap
Yeah.
up.
Listen, well, it was not
for a
that.
while.
Listen, it was the fact that we were told to listen to all these people, and then
Who are canceled now.
Yes, and then everybody just models from them, right? Listen, there was this. I told Shama this, and he said send it to me, and I'll talk about it. Now I'm here. I'm going to talk about it myself. Anyways, there's this preacher.
Spawning new segments on this episode.
Listen, if you bring back the old ones, people wouldn't be asking, like, what's wrong with SoundCloud Christians?
We're trying to keep
we
the
need to bring it
episode.
You guys really need to bring that back.
That episode is that segment is just bullying, just violence, nonstop.
That's what makes it fun.
And
That's a good way
you guys
to go.
brought the shredder out. That's been a plus.
fun.
That's been a plus.
Bad violence.
That's been a plus. I'm just saying. Anyways, there was a preacher I heard. The Uvalde shooting happened, right? And they were talking about it. And they said, "Hey, on stage in front of people, hey, we had this Uvalde shooting, and there was this girl in there that laid on the floor while the guy was shooting people, and what she did was she took the blood of the person right next to her and put it on her, and she didn't get killed because the shooter thought she was dead. That's what you need to do. You need to be covered by the blood."
Dude, really?
Annie dropping mics.
You guys are very similar.
That's the first time a guest has dropped a mic. Also, I can't even make a joke
Phil,
about
you told
that.
me to say this, but you said you were in the room when she said that, right?
Can you bleep out the fact that you said a gender, because that's very few people.
Sorry.
Very, very few people.
Sorry. Okay. You said you were in the room when this preacher said that, right?
Yes.
Okay. Well, I was not, so that's why
I know. It's fine. Whatever.
You make the mistake. Here's the thing. You make the mistake of I get this constantly. Hey man, you should talk about that on your podcast, or hey, you should make a video about this. Hey man. We're doing that. We got a long list of stuff to. Well, not the podcast. This podcast, we're running on E, baby. We go to the gas station. We go to the gas station and get exactly $3 worth of fuel.
We are running on E right now. We're running on Elifadhili.
Phil, you're peeking all over.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Hey, speaking of peeking, let's talk to a man who peaked a long time ago. Chase Bridges. It's time
give me 1
for
second.
checking in with Chase.
Chase peaked when he was world champion in pro wrestling.
What is this?
I thought you were about to pull out
Chase.
a cigarette for some reason.
Chase.
You got a prop?
Props this week.
Ooh.
Chase.
What are you doing?
He's doing something.
Hold on. He got a Bass Pro Shop on hat. He got a Bass Pro Shop hat on, and he's putting a sticker mustache on.
Is it because you can't grow one?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Oh, Lord.
All right. So I want to start my story off
Oh, Lord Jesus.
with a prerequisite. All right.
That mustache needs to be just a hair longer.
It's like
It's given.
it's in
Giving a
between.
Hitler stash. Yeah.
It's in between Tom Selleck and Hitler.
I got it from a Dollar General. All right.
Shrinkflation is affecting everybody. They're like, trim the ends of these mustaches.
I'm gonna tell a story, but I got a prerequisite. I got like a moral of this story before I start telling the story, because I want everybody to think about the moral of my story as I'm telling the story. All right. The moral of this story is sometimes when you know you're right and people start telling you other things, don't listen to it. Because if you already know you're right, you don't want somebody else putting ideas in your head. That's how you join a cult.
Fake news.
Right? You
Fake
know,
news,
you
yeah.
already know what's right. Somebody else starts talking about what's right. Now you got ideas in your head. Ideas in your head ain't always a good idea. All right. Not everybody can be a philosopher. All right. Not everybody can be like Plato. You know, he made good ideas. He had, you play with it.
it's
Kids.
all
Play-Doh.
Play-Doh?
Play-Doh. Yeah.
Yeah,
Fun to play with and to eat. Don't listen to the white liberal news telling you that it ain't okay to eat. All right.
It has dough in the name. You put it in the oven.
You can eat it right up. Anyway, so here's my story. I'm at the gas station. I'm pumping gas at the gas pump, smoking a cigarette. Now, before you say anything,
Can you light up in here? Do you
It
have a
was
prop?
menthol. It was menthol, so don't worry. I'm at the gas pump, pumping gas, smoking a cigarette, and the gas station attendant walks over to me. All right, he says you can't do that while you're pumping gas. You can't smoke a cigarette while you're pumping gas. And I said, first of all, I thought I was born in America. I can do whatever I want to. All right, I'm freer than a sample outside a Chinese restaurant in the mall food court. All right, brother. So if I want to smoke my menthol cigarette at the gas pump, I'll do what I want to.
This is the equivalent of watching somebody bowl a strike, but every pin is something insensitive. All at once.
So he told me I can't do it. I said I'm gonna keep doing it because I don't know if you guys have ever done your own research before, but there's an educational program called Mythbusters, and there's an episode of Mythbusters where they put a lit cigarette in a bucket of gasoline. Don't catch on fire, don't blow up or nothing. I tell him that. He says I'm calling the authorities. I said fine, call the authorities. I don't care. To be honest, I thought I was gonna be gone by the time they got there. That was my bad. First, I messed up. I forgot that I drive a Ford F-350. It takes me 45 minutes to fill up that truck. I also have it squatted in the back and lifted in the front. What I'm trying to say, PD, is when I'm at a red light, I can roll down the window and touch the green light bulb. Second of all,
why was I the one who needed to understand that?
I just feel like you weren't getting it.
Okay.
Second of all, it takes $300. I was there for a while. That's what I'm saying. Cop shows up. Immediately, I showed him my Back the Blue tattoo. So that way he knew I had his back. He's got my back. All right? Right off the bat. We're practically kin at this point. All right? So, hey, man, don't be putting this on Facebook so you guys can cancel me, liberal media. So, cop shows up. I show him my Back the Blue tattoo. Practically kin. He says, all right, listen, you almost done pumping gas. I looked at the numbers. I had like 80 gallons of gas. I said, that should last me a few days. I'm practically done. And he looked at the attendant and he said, listen, he's going to leave. And he looked at me and he said, son, I don't know why he called me son. He was about 40 years younger than me. He said, son, next time you're at this gas pump, try not to smoke a cigarette because this snowflake over here getting uncomfortable, all right? And then he looked at the flight attendant, the gas station attendant, sorry, and he said, I don't know if you do your own research, but there's this educational program called Mythbusters where they put a lit cigarette in a bucket of gasoline, didn't catch on fire, didn't blow up or nothing. And that's what I did this morning.
Well,
I got to go on the record. This was probably the best checking in with Chase.
Actually, yes. I can say that.
I would agree with that.
I can definitely say that.
What I'm trying to say is, if I'm sitting at a red light, I can touch the green bulb.
I love you.
Hey, that will. You wrote that?
On the way here, yeah.
Sheesh,
Thank
man.
you.
That was beautiful.
Did I remember when I said
I don't believe
peaked? I think we just watched checking in with Chase peak.
Yeah. Thank you. I appreciate it. I worked on the way here. I was at a Lowe's and I saw a guy that looked like he would say all that.
You know, I thought Chase was a little bit
low energy.
Man,
Just kidding. That was great.
This has been chaotic. Hey, let's do praise reports, Phil. You know the drill. Phil, you know the drill.
Phil Barema, never mind.
You know, I'm thankful to be here. Finally,
Long time listener.
Long time listener.
Long time listener, one time guest.
It's been like 9 Buicks years. I've been
5.
listening.
This show's only been running for 5 years.
Yeah, but 9 Buicks.
Yeah,
Come out
nine
since
Buick
then.
here. Yeah, this is true.
Yeah, it's been fun. I've enjoyed listening to you guys.
Is this everything you've hoped and dreamed for, or is it just talking in a room holding a microphone with 3 dudes?
No,
I pulled out all the stops for you,
listen,
Phil.
understandable, and I thank you. Actually, it's been fun. It's been real. I would love to come back.
You will.
I've got some notes.
I would love to come back. I enjoy it. I'm glad you're loving it and doing it, and hopefully you won't go on another hiatus because that was still rough.
We can't.
Nah, we're getting paid now.
Yeah, people are supporting. We can't go.
If we could have gone on hiatus, we'd be on hiatus right now.
Because we're getting near the number of episodes that where we would take a hiatus, which I think
No
is
more
around, like,
hiatus.
40.
No more.
We do 40 and then peace out, but we can't do that this time.
Yeah.
And now
40 is the magic number, man.
Yeah.
After 40, you're like, whoa, y'all really trying to record? That's how it happens. Like, how about we skip this week? And then 7 weeks later, we're like, maybe we should come back.
And so, I only hope you guys, one day get your own like talk show or something. TBN. Yeah.
We
TBN
could.
can't afford us.
Yeah, can't buy us out.
Daily Wire.
Don't get us wrong.
Let me get my mustache back out.
Don't get us wrong. We're willing to sell out. You do. Man, replace us with
there's
freaking
Daystar,
Kelly and Michael
there's
Strahan. I would replace
Hillsong.
Michael Strahan could be me.
Hillsong is looking for
And
a lot
we
of.
could get 2 Kelly Rippers to play you and Chase.
We'll do World Star if they pay enough.
Oh Lord Jesus!
Only Jordan Peterson can replace me.
Hello. What's your praise report, Jordan Peterson?
Well, my praise report.
Actually, can you please do the Ben Shapiro? Because that's the one. That's the one thing
Phil, you want to see the Ben Shapiro live?
Well, I mean, I don't normally break it out, but anything for a fan, you know. So let me do a few of my greatest hits. Trump, like him.
Should not have killed as much as that did.
Biden, he's a bad boy. Nicki Minaj, we have a complicated relationship, but we agree on a lot of things.
Like what? Like what?
Let me do this.
Like what?
I mean that.
Well, let's go back to Jordan Peterson. You had a praise report. We always end the show with praise reports.
Oh well, my praise report today, it is that. Do you know what today's date is, Shama?
Yeah, today's the July 11th.
7/11. And I am wearing my 7/11. I'm wearing my 7/11 hat right now.
Oh my gosh! Did you plan? Was this?
Oh, I bloody planned it.
You can't say, Jordan, JP. We've been over this.
We've been.
You can't say bloody anything on this show.
Wait, do you have that many listeners in UK?
Chase is out. Chase is out.
I'm just wondering how many people you got have in the UK listening.
We got listeners around the I mean, depending on if you believe it's a flat Earth or not, around the globe.
And I very much do.
You do?
It is very much 7/11 today, and the Earth is very flat.
Is there anything else you want to leave our fans today? Before you head out, JP.
Oh, thank heaven for 7/11. I don't know if I feel like
that's just your hat. You just quoted your hat.
Yeah, I do become another person when I do that.
Man.
Did you know the 7-Eleven bit? Did you come in
you
with
have
that? Did you play that?
It was in the back of my mind.
Okay. Yeah.
It worked out perfectly the way I got to say it.
Yeah. Is that your praise report though?
Yeah.
Hey man, my praise report's my brother Phil. Welcome to the show. Thanks for teaching me how to edit.
You're welcome.
Yeah, thanks for helping me with Internet Icon and telling me to buy a camera. Look, we made it.
You made it.
Hey, I'm saying we, man. We.
Long-time listener.
Long-time listener, Phil. First-time producer. First-time editor. So.
First-time Shama.
What do you want? You want to
roaster.
go to the Dove Awards with us?
I didn't even go to the
would
Dove
How
Awards.
can we repay you?
I would love.
Do you want to? I can introduce you to. PD and I can introduce you to Chris Tomlin. Would that be enough?
Why Chris Tomlin?
I don't know. Maybe Lecrae.
You got demands?
Yeah.
Oh, dude. Hey,
KB?
Lecrae. Reach Records are doing a concert here at Redemption here in town in a couple of
Oh,
weeks.
for real?
You want to come?
Sure. You
I'd
got
probably get you backstage.
Ooh. Yeah.
Wait,
I
what
don't
day
know.
is that on?
I don't even know. September, October, or something.
Sweet. Yeah, I want to
somewhere around
I want to
9/11.
go see KB.
Fake news.
I just never forget.
Never forget the fake news.
KB's not a part of Reach Records anymore. What are you talking about, dude?
Kevin Durant?
KB, the Christian rapper. You're wearing his merch.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what's
Hugga.
I don't know if I'm allowed to say
I was about to say,
that.
I'm not.
His glory alone.
His glory alone.
I'm gonna sit that one out because the globalists they would get a hold of that clip
All right.
and they would try to destroy my career.
Oh,
We're going to run out of space on the card.
we got it.
Are we?
We got
Maybe.
it. No, we got it. We have
Maybe.
15 more minutes. This has been a long episode. Is there anything else you wanted to get out while you're here, Phil? Any shaming in or
Wait, we're not even gonna read any emails.
Oh yeah, we ran out of time for that.
We only
Listen,
read.
no
we
Joel
only read.
Osteen quote.
If you're a guest,
Like,
then
you
we
guys-
pull out emails. That's
you guys,
yeah.
oh, you guys run out. Is that what it is? You guys
Well,
run out of things, and that's why you pull out the emails.
No.
You hear that, fans? That's why they don't
If
care.
we run out of things, we pull
They
the
don't
eject
care.
button.
and you get people to pay $20 so that they can be priority.
Only if they're mentors.
Listen,
Yeah.
Phil.
Okay, and they get a
It's not
Zoom
like that.
call. Don't make it
It's not
sound
like
like we're greedy.
Wait,
Hey,
have you guys done your first Zoom call?
Not yet. It's our first month having mentors.
You could, you can launch your own podcast.
I'm not launching my own call. What am I supposed to talk about?
How I'm feeling. PHILIN.
No, I think you should, man. You got good energy.
Oh Lord
I
Jesus!
feel like we should just, I'll play us out here. Never mind. There's an ad. I just want to do more Alex. I'm just kidding. Let's end this podcast. It's too chaotic.
Is it?
It's
been a
gone
fun
all
one.
over the place.
You went through like 7 stages. I want to play something.
Let's not do it. Alex Jones. Wait, no, we gotta end this show. It's too much. And now I'm Tracy Morgan.
I thought that was Shama's bit.
Wait, well, my man's supposed to
You
get
can
Jerry.
be Tracy Morgan too, as long as you elongate all your words.
It's a really easy impression.
I only got Elvis, Shaggy, and Scooby, and I gotta do an OK Forrest Gump. That's about it.
Have you tried to do Tracy?
I don't want to.
Oh Lord Jesus!